Now they made me feel like I was against this girl, and I felt really bad.
But
like
you are calling your phone of that thing. When somebody is having you'll be like, no, leave them, let them go.
And what you want?
You always do like that. You just keep quiet.
No, okay, at the end of the day, no be this simple thing. Na gather girl should like this.
I don't go leave you now.
That's
okay.
No, that's hypocrisy. No, that's really hypocrisy. You don't know. That's it. Oh, the man down for me. I come to say, this one, I really issue. I say, yes, this issue, that issue. You see, you are. Shame me, I never get issue for this. They whine me. Why people don't control for me and you get that issue? You don't whine me. Not everybody decide to sit down.
And that was because Corey told them nothing.
Rooboy and Thelma had altercation yesterday, and I'm here to tell you what happened. So after their wager yesterday, the wager, Thelma, Rooboy, they are in the same group and they are in a team prize of fame. So their team lost. Thelma became very, very angry because, according to her, she said Rooboy did not really, Rooboy did not really put much effort in their wager task, in the preparation and everything. So he took it out on Rooboy, and Rooboy on his own side was showing sign of dissatisfaction, being the fact that it was their team that lost. So he was kind of dissatisfied. So he was just, venting anyhow. That was what led to her he saw that it's a problem with Thelma. Thelma lashed out, and started going on and on, went off at him. While Thelma went inside, Rooboy went to Dede and Joanna and started explaining, telling the Dede and Joanna his dissatisfaction and everything. Dede and Joanna decided to go and meet Thelma, to talk to Thelma on behalf of Rooboy. But when Dede and Joanna finished talking to Thelma, Thelma also told them her own side of the story, and she was even very, very angry because she was saying that is like a lifestyle for Rooboy, that whenever him and Rooboy have misunderstanding, instead of Rooboy to come and meet her so that the two of them will sort themselves out, he will start going to report to people. So that actually even added to the anger of Thelma, and she was just venting. Dede and Joanna came back to Rooboy, and they told Rooboy that why not. So since Thelma said he always reports to people, they now convinced him that he should go and meet Thelma. They should talk this thing out, because it was looking like both of them, they were dissatisfied. So it will be very, very right or normal that the two of them sit down and have a sit down talk, and trash out their misunderstanding. So the next thing we saw now, Rooboy and Kosho were in their keke in their garden area. They had a lot to say. Like, what they were discussing really shocked me. Like, I now, in fact, whatever rating I have because of for Rooboy before, if the rating what I get for Rooboy before now 8, it has turned to 0. Like, I hate two-faced people. Okay, because he had problem with Thelma, he was now about mouthing. Like, the thing was also irritating. He was talking to Kosho and he was saying, he was likening what happened to he was likening kind of relating whatever happened between him and Thelma to Imisi. He just brought Imisi into the matter, as he was discussing with Kosho, and he was like, now so they take gang up against the poor girl, implying that Thelma, Bright Morgan and Mide ganged up against Imisi. That thing that happened after the Thursday pool party yesterday, when that alcohol beef that led to Imisi seizing the spoon. So Rooboy now turned it that it was actually a gang up. Like, he was now actually trying to justify whatever Imisi did about the spoon, where she hid spoon and everything. So it was like the gang up, they've been provoking Imisi, trying to bully her. That was how they tried to bully Imisi, just because of the misunderstanding he had with Thelma that has been his friend even from the beginning, from the second week of the show. Because this should I call it full of 40? That would be too harsh, because he had problem with Thelma. Though I know I'm not a fan of Thelma, but the two faces is loud, because you had problem with Thelma, then the person that that had misunderstanding with Thelma before, you now want to make the person friend, kind of, okay, an enemy to my enemy is my friend. That is what it means. After discussing with Kosho, Kosho was just succumbing. Even the Kosho self na still, in fact, the two of them na bird of the same feather, flock together. Like, when it comes to friendship, Kosho and Rooboy, they deserve each other. Like, the two of them, they are just one kind of a person. When the two of them, they meant, even the madness sef una discussion dey go in line. Caution was just kind of supporting whatever Rooboy was saying, and so they gang up against the girl, and so the but do you know the funny thing? After that Thursday night party, that alcohol something, whatever that altercation that happened between Thelma and them Thelma and Imisi and Isabella because of that alcohol thing, Rooboy was actually in support of it. Rooboy supported Thelma. So it's very, very surprising to me that Rooboy also supported the treatment that they gave to Thelma, that to Imisi, the way he was supporting them even when Imisi had problem with Faith. He also supported Faith and was like, Imisi today do anyhow that. In fact, now he fit Imisi. If you want kind of, you have to match Imisi strength for strength. Say the girl, those kind of a thing. So it's not so surprising because you can't get problem with Thelma where they like say he fight with Imisi. So you won't come go turn Imisi, come make Imisi feel like say, oh, I did for you. You can imagine when Imisi and Faith had that problem that they had that day about that kerosene stuff, Faith met Caution and Rooboy inside. When he was talking to them that is he doing too much? They were like, I like what you do. I support you. Okay, even in that heated moment, when Imisi and Faith they were dragging that kerosene rubber. Do you know what Faith said? The few people that were trying to intervene, they were trying to fight on behalf of Imisi, like Bright and Jason J. Rooboy was trying to hush them down, was trying to shut them down. I beg Mona leave them, make Imisi face that problem. That kind of a thing now. I know what he was implying is that I kind of make Faith deal with Imisi, something like that. But I was also surprised that after his discussion with Caution, the two of them now went to Imisi, where Imisi was sitting down with Isabella, in that their share. In that share at the garden, they now sat with Isabella, and oh God, these people they were not trying to paint. Sure, when we watch by ourselves, when we see what these two people do, when we see everything by ourselves, even though we say I no watch this show, more for them easy to believe this guy. He was just telling Imisi that Imisi should not mind though, that even that day that you know that when he said that, when he told Jason J and Bright Morgan to not interfere in the problem of Faith and Imisi, this thing actually got the Bright Morgan and Jason J very, very angry, and they were like, food where they follow shop, or even Imisi they also cook food where they shop. He get misunderstanding now, make we leave and make we no talk, all those kind of a thing, because he actually almost led to a heated argument between Rooboy, Bright Morgan and Jason J, who were in support of Imisi. So it's not very, very surprising that because of this gbas with Thelma, Rooboy went to Imisi and was not trying to whitewash everything. Even the Rooboy who no saying and the Imisi self don't get clash tire for the house, they don't get gbas tire. Guy was now whitewashing and telling Imisi, say even that day self, when that day he was telling Bright Morgan and Jason J not to interfere in your fight with Faith, that I was not saying that because I want Faith to win. I was saying that so that I was just saying that so that the thing will not escalate, because so that the thing will not lead to strike. I understand that. I thank God that Imisi understand the kind of the two-face way they try to. So Imisi was trying to kind of, the hush and kind of I beg, those kind of things. But he went on and on, to justify whatever he did. And let's say later Imisi for. Say in just do. I mean, they no get strike. Say you remember that the strike that Bright Morgan had was because of the misunderstanding he had with Faith, and it wasn't like maybe that misunderstanding was his own problem, or it wasn't kind of Bright Morgan problem. It was kind of he was fighting for somebody, so that it was because of that thing that all those strikes that they've had before because of fighting for some people. That was why he told them not to interfere, so that the thing will not lead to somebody having a strike. That kind of a thing. Now making turning Imisi's face to a kind of Imisi will not say in this show now Imisi now be the troublemaker. Now Imisi now they get to everybody's skin. Oh God. Guys, what do you guys have to say about it? Because the thing, I was so annoyed as that guy was saying the bullshit he was saying yesterday. I was just shouting, say, hey. Imagine the Rooboy. Do you know when Imisi sees that spoon that he sees the other time? Now, Rooboy was not supporting Imisi. Imagine Rooboy not supporting Imisi, that Imisi actually did well by seizing the spoon. He said because he know that they are bullying Imisi and doing this and that. The poor girl, they bully him. He said that was why he was in support of the spoon that Imisi sees. Meanwhile, when Imisi sees the spoon, Rooboy was among the person that lashed out. He was just complaining. I know he didn't really want to, go and confront Imisi because he was scared of strike, because if you go and confront him, it might lead him having, getting strike. So he didn't confront him. But if you see, I put a picture of a Rooboy when he was drinking Gary. I told you that day that Imisi sees this one. I think the next day, Rooboy wanted to drink garri. Now after making his garri, there was no spoon to use and drink garri, so he carried one this rubber, this empty water rubber. I don't know how he cut the thing, and he was now using it as spoon to drink garri. That is that picture we are seeing there. So he was even among those that was against. In fact, for every altercation, every altercation Imisi have had with somebody in that house, Rooboy was always in support of the person Imisi is having that problem with. So because kind of this way they say an enemy to enemy is my friend, because of say Imisi and Thelma don't get misunderstanding before on Thursday, and the Rooboy can't get misunderstanding with Thelma. He can't go meet that Imisi wey dey like say get misunderstanding with Thelma, and the two like let the two of them become an ally now against Thelma. That is the game that guy is trying to play. Do you guys actually know that this morning he was also angry because there was no spoon to use and eat, so he was just he was venting, say how one person, they would fear one person for this house. So in retaliation to what Imisi did, he went to go and pack the whole knife in the kitchen to seize it, to say, okay, since Imisi say no only and they craze, so make me to seize knife. It was even I think it was Tracy that was in, either Tracy or Zita that was in the kitchen, that was not begging him, I beg make him no do now. So the same person was in support, trying to kind of play two-faced game. Guys, what do you guys have to say about this in the Rooboy? Like, I listened to that conversation last night, and it was also, and I just they shout, hey, like, see how friend can betray friend. Like, one day you and that person can't get misunderstanding, the person will come go look for person where you and don't get misunderstanding before. You can't go kind of support where you and don't fight person before. You can't go meet that person, come they support that person against you. That thing that a Rooboy do, yeah, I mean, oh God, two-faced. Like, I actually like the fact that Thelma no even accept that guy for a relationship, because in the first week of the show, he professed love to Thelma. He wanted to date Thelma, but Thelma was not interested. So Thelma told him that she was not ready to be romantically entangled with anybody in that house. That was, I don't know whether that's not a verse. And since then, we know say me, I'm not a fan of Thelma. Like I've always said it, I don't like Thelma. If you watch from the beginning of the show, Thelma, they look at like somebody where they like misunderstand. You just they look for highlights. You just want to get into quarrel with people just for highlights. But you see this particular one where Rooboy do with this Thelma thing. I shock for the guy. This guy is two-faced. Do you know now? You don't go meet Imisi as ally now, because do you know if you and Imisi get problem now? If you go become friend with Faith, because say Faith and Imisi they pass the same road, just because of they look for person they like say you and that person don't get problem. Guys, what do you guys, now let me watch that. What do you guys have to say about this? I beg you guys to drop in the comment section. How do you guys see this Rooboy two-faced? Now only me notice the two-faced, because me I've known from beginning of the show that Rooboy and Imisi, the two of them na cat and rat. Rooboy no like Imisi. So where is this sudden love coming from? How? From where to where? Rooboy would always they backmouth Imisi. Oh God, badmouth Imisi all of a sudden. Just to get at Thelma, you can't begin go meet that Imisi, they praise Imisi. I like what he did, this. They are trying painting a narrative, stupid narrative. If they want to talk about bullying that house, if Imisi join for who they bully people, because that girl be like say I own Agbai. I don't know the place where they go carry that girl come from Lagos. You get one name where should they call? Say is it Oju Elegba? Don't forget that name of the place. Please, if you know the name, drop in the comment section. So guys, this Rooboy matter tire me, guys. What do you guys have to say? What do you guys have to say about this sudden switch of Rooboy? Guys, whatever you think, any take you have about this, please drop in the comment section. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell, like and share. Drop your comments in the comment section. See you in my next video. Bye.